Hello, my Cancer lovelies. Welcome to another The Love Variant reading, where it is a timeless message on however love may show up or not show up in your life, all right? This could be literally covering every type of topic, whether you are single, partnered up, twin, karmic, married, divorced, widowed, polyamory, whatever is out there, whatever is available for the taking. All right, whatever brings you here, there may be something here for you. Just keep that in mind. Also, Cancer, please bear in mind that this meeting, cute, this reading will provide more so universal justice if you are here as Cancer being in your Sun rising and or Jupiter position. However, you may be also in search of emotional redemption if you're here as your Cancer being in your Moon, Mercury, and or Venus position. Okay, so if you're here in those two positions, this reading may not be exactly what you need. All right, for that I will ask you, if you're Cancer in your Moon, Mercury, and or Venus, check out my sister channel for the content on that channel may be of more meaning to you. Let's put it that way. All right, so whatever and however brings you here, again, something may be here for you. With that being said, feminine and masculine energies always show up within a reading. If they do, please remember gender is non-specific. We all house both energies within. So just use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you. However, it may also belong to you, and leave the rest behind. All right, now that we get all that stuff out of the way. All right. That meeting slip up was very interesting. So I feel like someone is getting ready to do like some business meeting, all right, like, or business is picking up for someone right now, and it's getting them all giddy and excited, having to be an adult and get shit done. Like, you're getting shit done, Cancer. Awesome. I think I'm a little jealous on a personal note. You make adulting look easy. What else, Cancer? I feel like, I think love makes you want to cry in ways that you haven't been able to cry. Like, you want to cry about something. Your body just wants to let loose, and you just can't. Whether it's just, it's not the right time, or not the right moment, or not the right coincidence. The body itself wants to cry. It's very cathartic, I'm hearing, for the body to want to cry at times where it's just done having these emotions being on repeat by these cells that just no longer need to be around in this immune system of yours. So your body is wanting to really let go and forego and say sayonara to some emotions. And my heart goes out to you for that, because I can feel that you're doing such a phenomenal job at getting your things in order, doing things the quote-unquote right way. And however, we're still here having to convince you, Cancer, that there is no right way in doing things. All right, have a long fucking conversation with a Virgo to keep you humble and humble-minded to how perfect you cannot be, because some of you may also know a Virgo or have your little quarrels with the Virgo energy, and just are a little jealous of them, and it's because you may think that a Virgo is so perfect. And let me tell you, Virgo psychology will tell you first and foremost, there is nothing happening perfection within the mind of a Virgo. Okay, there's a lot of fucking chaos going on here. That's why it looks like we have our shit together in the form of being the sign to have the quote-unquote fact of the most, like, self-transformative books, because we're so analytical, the Virgo energy, right? But like also loving that psychology of the possible Virgo psychology is to also keep in mind that to overthink is also an obsession. And that's where you are then in return being envied by Virgo energy silently, because they wish they could have some of the appeal and charm on the way that you service out your time and availability and your attention. So it's a very interesting bonding of a relationship here coming forth between Virgo and Cancer energies in this reading so far. What's also very beautiful about this esoterically is that Virgo is said to have the galactic energy of Virgo. I said that wrong. The universe, the galaxy, is supposedly having the energy of Virgo energy. And Virgo, astrologically, is a sign of femininity, the only feminine sign in the zodiacs, and offers an immediate connection to the Holy Spirit using intuition and being really damn good at it. And Virgos are very, as analytical as they are also very good at training their intuition. And I say training intuition because they do a lot of that training behind closed doors. So not everyone in their private lives will know all the power moves that a Virgo can do. For that, a lot of other astrological signs find Virgo very narcissistic and too private and too mysterious. And for that, you're a little bit louder in claiming your mystery to maybe be some sort of backing up of religion or backing up of a faith of some kind, and that's how you're loud and proud. Where Virgo is different, very different than you. And however, that's the charm between the Cancer and Virgo energy, because Cancer is then esoterically the sign of being really good at showcasing unconditional love. The little bits of details of presence maybe, and the details of how to talk to a person that is in crisis. Cancers are very good at having that conversation when someone is in crisis. And that's very unconditional love. It's very, very compassionate, no matter where the consequences will take them. And that's to be admired of you and for you, Cancer. Cancer. All of a sudden getting very sleepy, so someone might be backed up on, again, that paying attention to your physical makeup, alright? Someone is so in their faith that they're really just not paying attention to their physical health, whether it's, getting a physical workout routine, or going for a walk, or just anything just to keep the physical body moving. I see that not being happening right now. And kind of, again, using spirituality as an excuse, and the Holy Spirit is saying it's not the right way to handle that aspect of self, to excuse it in that aspect. All right, anyway, we have the Queen of Vials, Queen of Cups energy, the Star energy, and here Four of Swords, Four of Stones. So we're dealing with a lot mentally, where, again, the physical and the mental has to find a way to align themselves with one another, finding a way to better the conversation of what a diet is, that it doesn't mean you have to follow a certain caloric diet or carbohydrates this or that, not keto. What? Not keto. That's a no-no. It definitely never be that. But whether it's keto diet, that's not funny, but funny at the same time. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There's there are a lot of people who use energy and use spirituality to manipulate the broken ones. And they are disguised as healers, or disguise themselves as healers. And while being broken in matters of the heart themselves, they are there healing other people. And that's what's the 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗺 is there for, because there are individuals who are predatorial towards vulnerable energies. And in my opinion, that is one of the lowest forms of human psychology I don't really have much mercy for. So, we keep that in mind. For those who have been victim to these type of heinous acts. And if you are someone who was a victim of something like that and haven't spoken about it, you need to speak about it. If you've spoken about it and it was a problem before, it will no longer be that problem once more. Because for that, universal justice is a little bit too loud in a way that you may not currently believe it's loud, because you were actually blasphemized as being wrong. You were made feeling guilty for expressing what has happened to you and the experience that make you who you are. And that guiltiness needed to happen within you so that the spirit guides working with you can convey a certain message to the Holy One, let's put it that way. And let the Holy One know that there are far-reaching corners of earth that God cannot go to, that its children of Christic light has gone to through inevitability of decades of time, that need the guidance of needing to remember where they came from and why they are where they are, and why darkness is found around them but nowhere near within their soul. And that's not what I see for you here. I don't see you struggling anymore. I see you struggling, remembering the feeling of a past situation, but that past will come forth again and reinvigorate and reignite the reason as to why it once needed to possibly even trigger damnation within your mind, so that the euphoria of it being addressed in the future years to come, you will understand the wisdom of such blasphemous behavior making its way into your life. It is rude because those who are of Christic light, the Karaya Sata Alam, earth vibration, which I'm all getting here from the star card, is a way to trigger the mind of yours to go searching in your heart and your soul, to remember a vibration of which it is that makes who you are. And once you tap into that vibration, it automatically allows you to forgive the situation and makes you have to go chase that feeling in the first place. And that teaches you to adjust to resistance. It teaches you to adjust to fear. It teaches you to not ignore fear and to look away from it, but to look at it and learn with it and to control it. Doing so allows others to never control you. work comes in doing for you, Cancer, all right? Your Cancer card came out here, the Chariot energy, all right? However, what's very difficult with all of these anxieties is that you still feel weighted. You still feel like you're this paperweight, and you don't know how to rid these energies. And for some of you, it's so ironic because some of you practice here 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗽 and 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗽 and 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗍𝗔𝗍𝗏, as in your Reiki practitioners. Okay? But there's something just not working anymore. And if you know anything about my energies now, ladies and gentlemen, for the little bit that are here so far, I've created a very loud difference, and the difference is yet to come in the future. However, it already has happened. And I'm only stating that because there are other things that could challenge those individuals who acclaim themselves to understand 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗽, 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗽, 𝗻𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗍𝗪, and even 𝗩𝗲𝗵𝗺𝗪. Anyway, more stones energy here. Okay. The goal is not to be angry with what it is that you learned. Just take what it is that you learn and maybe ask yourself why the universe wanted you to learn it this way. It always gives room to work with the universe and however you want to move with it, and by it or against it, to what makes you happy and grateful for the things that you have, or for the things that are missing, or the things that you want to get. Because some of you are not really necessarily all that happy with what it is that you've been manifesting. You've been pretty much here, someone has been, no disrespect here, but I have to bring some comedic sense to this, a Bible nerd for all these years, and according to the Bible scripture, you've done it exactly the way it's done. However, there are aspects within yourself that if you were to admit that, you would completely contradict everything that's in your desirable makeup right now. It would completely contradict your resume of who you are. The schooling, the teaching, the work. Because maybe the secret is that you just don't get it. And that the other secret is that you're just not happy. And it's still by the law, it's by the book. And you're just not happy with all this work that you have to put in. According to the work of the book, you're doing it well. According to readers, you're doing great. But there's aspects of your soul swimming back and forth through darkness and light that is confused. And it's bored. And it's feeling unenthusiastic. Which is an irony for everything that you actually do wake up and say, oh, I'm grateful that you are in my life, as in maybe your children or your partner, or the experiences that came and left you and make you who you are. You're able to witness those situations as narratives to explore in your mind and even your heart space for having gone through them, going through them, or being pushed to go through them. You accept that. But what you can't accept is the fact that it takes you too long or almost impossible to actually talk about your true feelings that are the loudest. Four gems here. So the structure of solidarity for yourself is very contingent on the material world of your design. Family is very important to you. Materialism and the fact of flesh is very important to you. Family and friends again. It's coming up twice now. Family and friends is very important. Now for the third time. Justice. We have 9 of gems. 4 of cups. And the devil. Yep. Polarizing energies are having to swim in the light and the darkness of which you don't understand, which is still an ego problem. Okay. Because being surrounded by your children, if this resonates, if this is for you, and it igniting a spark of this is why you're here, to fulfill your life with your children, is actually just entertaining your ego. Your ego created these children. Yes, it might have or could potentially have a soul journey right back behind it, right? Like right behind it, you may have always wanted children and we're looking forward to the day. And so it's not like you made just out of the whim choices or behaviors and then boom, here are your accolades for having those choices. It's more so there's a level of immaturity that you also have a hard time admitting in making crucial life decisions. And the more you see yourself being able to reach decisions and them having no consequences to your life, the more you realize and think that life is actually a fairly easy game to play. Go to school, get a job, get a house, have good credit check, have health insurance, life insurance, pay your bills on time. All right, I'm good. But the more good you have, the more you realize this is actually not good. And that's the ultimate ego battle. That materialism of looking at law of manifestation, having an external facet around you is actually an ego problem. Everything happens internally. Everything's already completed, determined, done, understood, written in code, in silence. How it unfolds itself, whether it meets the eye, the maker of that energies, is completely independent from the thoughts of execution. This is a very uncomfortable energy to be in because in a form it's an existential crisis. You feel these energies and you can depict them as some form of something. Maybe you can connect the dots to scripture or some resources of some kind, and it gives you the resume of being able to fact check your thoughts and your vastness and your obsession as to what makes you as focused as you are and as goal hungry orientated as you come across to be. And as you create all these mile markers in your life, you realize more and more so what life is not about. It is not about those things. That you're wanting to integrate yourself with all of that because you don't want to be looked at as not being able to socialize in society. You don't want to understand all that there is of the blasphemous ways humans can behave and intertwine them into reality. You rather just take the quote-unquote easy route, focus on the things that you want to do, and only entertain those. And in a way, it's not that bad. It's not that bad to look at the situation in life and only entertain the things that you need versus wants and entertain those two realities and strive to have a life of your own. The problem is when you become a version of a mastery of yourself and then you determine unto others that that's what they should do too. I see someone here having a hard time doing things for free. It's funny. It's really like a battle between worth and self-worth, money, when it's not enough money, when it's too much money. Like, it's very interesting, polarizing energies that tell the same story. It's just what perspective do you want to hide behind that, either accrues you one type of reality or versus the other energy that accrues you another type of reality. Either perspective is yours to chime in on, entertain, live out, engage, fix, become one with, I don't know. It's up to you. All right, let's see. Moon. For me, it's more so your Cancer energy as well. All right, really being really good at all aspects of life here. But again, when it comes to expressing your light, no, you really are better at mocking others. And I say that with respect, okay? Mocking others in a way of needing permission from their light to give your light permission to shine. That type of need, okay? It's not a very loud one because you look like you have your shit together to everybody else here. Yeah, the Empress, 4 of Wands, the strength. Okay, your need to actually mock others is not as... It's hidden. It's basically hidden. No one in your life sees that. Okay, it's your secret is safe with me. All right, unless you have cross watchers. So we're all just a bunch of ants trying to figure things out. Okay, and right now your family sees you very strong, whether you're close with them or not. They don't worry about you, and it's something that you don't really sit well with. The worry that they do impose upon you is a worry that you don't makes you feel uncomfortable. Let's put it that way. And the worry that you wish they would expunge upon you, they don't show. So in that, you have your own type of like island of mental expansion. I don't know how to explain that, because whatever island it is that you may be on as a Cancer, feeling this like pushback from the people that claim to love you and you claim to love back is a very strange one. It's not bad, it's also not good, it's just uncomfortable, and it doesn't really know if it feels at home. And that's something that, if that's the problem after everything you've manifested, then I think it's fair to say that you've entertained a fear of yours and are still dancing in darkness rather than having stepped into the light and controlling your own shadow aspects. I don't know, however the reading is. Alright, anyway, so we have 7 of Wands and 10 of Wands, okay? Getting your spiritual shit in order. Understanding what it takes to reconcile, alright? It begins with yourself. When somebody has left a relationship, when somebody has left a relationship and the memories start pounding through for weeks on end of all the things you should have done, could have done, wish you did do, maybe actually need to hold on to, and that's what actually maintains and keeps the relationship going, or normal. They're normal thoughts, normal cycles to go through as a human being. Those are the normal 12 steps, okay, of acceptance, to be able to understand why that karmic loop now is a karmic loop, and reconciliation is not needed from the other party that left you. Same thing in the other way around. You don't owe an explanation to anyone. You no longer being there is an explanation. Anything further than that is a gift to the inevitable, because in that case it already has happened. The closure has already begun. So what does that mean? That means a lot of you are in this karmic loophole of wishing for someone to return back to you. And I, as someone who values high energetical energies, do not condone reintroducing former individuals that tainted something, left something bruised, and then want to return. It requires a lot for that to be condoned, let's put it that way, and absolute bliss, with absolute bliss by the universe. It's even with twin dynamic in mind. There's a reason why some of you were cross paths before and wondering if that individual is the one to return back and cross paths again. We just don't know. But let me tell you, universe works in absolute mysterious ways that it's best to kind of sit back and watch it unfold. That's where the problem, however, is. Waiting for the world to unfold also happens during the time when someone waits for the world to unfold, is that the world is also at the same time being created. So something new gets developed while you're sitting there pondering about the old. Interesting. All right, Cancer, I'm being told to leave the messages where they are. I hope that whatever this reading brought was insightful of any measure, in any measure. All right, watch out for this Six of Cups energy. Let the Six of Cups reconciliation energy teach you something about the pattern that you're in. And maybe see what it is that you're obsessed of or about. Because that might be the actual problem hidden right in front of you. All right. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, Cancer. And may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing.